Today we're going to be learning how to make these really cute heart-shaped appliques you can add to any of your projects. They're really easy, they won't take long at all to do, they're good for beginners. Quick and easy, let's get going. So for this project I'm using a 4mm hook and double knit yarn, but you can use whatever you want for your project. So to start with we need to make a magic circle. Now, once you have your magic circle, we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm using US terms. We're going to treble crochet, so that's yarn over twice. And we're going to do that into the magic ring. So you pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and one more time, yarn over twice, pull through 2, 2. So you now have 4 stitches on your magic ring if you include the chain, and that is this first bit here that we have created. Now we're going to do double crochets where we yarn over once, and we're going to do 3 of those into the magic ring. 1, 2, 3. You can see it's half a heart. Now we just need to create the point at the bottom. So to create the point, we're going to chain 1. We're going to do a treble, so that's where we yarn over twice into there, and chain 1 again. Next we're going back up the other side of the heart, so we're going to do what we've just done in reverse. So we're doing 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, followed by 3 treble crochets, yarn over twice, 1, 2, 3, yarn over twice, pull through, pull through, pull through, yarn over twice, pull through, pull through, pull through, and now we're going to chain 3. Before we slip stitch closed, I'm going to pull the magic circle closed. So I'm going to pull the tail end and make that nice and tight. And you can see that's already created a really sweet little heart shape. So we're going to go into the middle and just do a slip stitch in there, keeping it nice and tight. There we are. Now you can cut and weave in your ends here and you have a perfectly cute little heart. That is this one. But what I have done with my others is a little single crochet border around them, and I think it just makes them extra cute. So I'll show you how to do that now. As I said, you could leave it like this, but let's add a little border. So into this chain space, I'm going to do the first chain you created. I'm going to do 2 single crochets. Then working into the top of the first treble stitch you made, we're going to do 2 single crochets. And with all the treble stitches, we're putting 2 singles into there. So there's that one, and then there was one more, so that's 2 single crochets, the top of there. Now we're at our double crochet stitches. I'm going to just put one in each of those. 1, 2, 3. We've got our chain space, we'll put one into there. And now we have our treble crochet stitch, which is the point. I'm going to put 2 into there. 1, 2. 1 into the chain space. 1 into each of the doubles. 1, 2, 3. And then 2 into each of the trebles. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then this chain you made, we're going to put 2 into there as well. Yeah, so I'm going to slip stitch into the center again. I'm going to cut my ends, but I shall show you what I do when I weave them in. So I've cut my ends. I'm going to start by weaving in the middle one, making sure that my magic ring is nice and secure and not going to come undone. So just go around a few times. Go back on yourself. Give that a snip. And with my working yarn that I've snipped, I'm going to thread it downwards towards the point, bringing that stitching down, making sure that this lovely top of the heart shape is nice and rounded. And sometimes you may find where you have your chain spaces, there's a little bit of a gap. This is your opportunity now, if you've left a long enough tail end, to just weave through like so at the back and fill in those little gaps there. That just keeps it neat and tidy. You can't tell from the front, but it just stops that from being a hole. I like to do that. There's a bit of a hole there as well. Sometimes with these types of stitches they just can be a bit gappy, which is fine, but if you want to fill them in, this is your opportunity to do that. Like so. So that's well weaved in. You've sort of killed 2 birds with 1 stone there. You've weaved in your end and you've filled in the little holes. There you have it, a really sweet little heart. You can sew these onto any other project. I've seen people use them in gift cards, making a card and turning them into balloons. Looked really cute if you had 3 together, some strings and a happy birthday gift card, or Valentine's, or use them for whatever you desire. I just think they're absolutely adorable and a nice easy project for someone who is a beginner crocheter. So there you go. Let me know if you make some of these, and I shall be back soon with my next tutorial. See you soon.